Hello, everyone. All right. Okay, so we went over this the other night. Each one of these pathways is how we would normally would do this business, and that we would approach somebody, we would develop a rapport with that person, then we have to really qualify them to see if this is a person that we can work with. Now we're qualifying them two ways. We're qualifying them as, are they business potential owners or are they customers only? And with our compensation plan changing, it benefits it benefits you if you are just a customer only even. So we're qualifying those two levels, okay? All right. Then once you have to do that, then you got to invite them to something. You got to invite them in to a Zoom meeting or to a house meeting. You invite them, then you schedule that meeting or whatever, and then you got to go back and confirm that they're gonna be there. And because many times they tell you they're gonna come or they're gonna be on that Zoom, and they don't show up. Okay, and then they start ghosting you. And when then they become, if we get them present, then we've got to tell them the objective is, what is the objective of this? And that is the whole presentation and all of that. So that's a part of that objective. Then you got to follow up with them. So you got to go back and follow up with them. And hopefully, one way or another, you get to enroll them. So this is basically the pathway that we've been currently using. And so what I showed you the other night is that after about 90 days in this business, most people drop out. And if they don't, 12 months after being in the business, they drop out. Okay. So if they don't drop out 90 days after they make it past the 90 days, that's 3 months. They make it past that, then a lot of times they got about 9 more months and they drop out. And the reason why they drop out is because they're dealing with this. And what happens is it leads basically to this pattern. You start in a neutral zone where nothing is happening, nothing is getting done really, into that place where, and you can get here quickly. In that 90 days, you get into that frustration zone. You're talking to people, the people act like they're interested, and all of a sudden they're not interested anymore, but they don't know how to tell you they're not interested. And it's a whole lot of stuff like that. So all of us that have already been in for a while, we know that that place right here. Um, if it started working for most people wanted to work for them, and when it started working and they got a whole lot of people to talk to, they can get burnt out, and they can get burnt out a lot of times because they're having to carry people. All right, they're having to carry people to their success. They're not only trying to be successful themselves, they're also having to carry people, which mean the people have not taken this on as their own. As I talked about on Tuesday night, you got to work this as a business. And if you don't, if you're working it as a business and the people under you or connected to you are not, then you're going to have to carry them. And you got to do all of this stuff for them, the meetings, the learning, all of that. And that can be tiresome and you can get burned out. But if everything is going smooth, where you got all of it and you're in that power zone, which is that place of increase. And so that's the place that we want to go. We want to go from neutral zone to power zone. We don't want to go on that other side of the chart. We want to stay on the right side of the chart. Okay. Everybody good with that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Stay with me now. Okay, so I told you we got to stay away from negativity the other night. You can't say can't. You can't say it isn't working. That's that frustration burnout zone. When you start saying I can't, it ain't working. I don't know if it's for me. All of that kind of talk. That's the kind of talk that will get you your brain to shut down. And as soon as your brain is shut down, that's the end of that. Believe me, it's hard to reach. It's hard to turn the brain back on when you've already allowed negativity to jump in there. You have to stay away from it. You have to stay away from it. Antoine, you're a shooter. You missed three. You missed three jumpers in a row. You're not taking no more shots tonight, right? I can't hear you. You're muted.
Oh no, I'm still shooting. No, I'm still shooting.
Okay, you still shooting. Okay. All right. Yeah. So shooters have to have what? A short memory. They don't
Yeah,
remember. They
I'm
don't
saying
remember
it's
this.
always next play.
Huh?
It's always next play.
That's right. You don't. Yeah, that's right. We don't remember that. We don't remember that those three shots we just missed. We know I'm gonna hit the next one. That's what that's about. So what we did the other night, we talked about this new approach. This new approach was to find prospects, perfect prospects, to figure out their biggest obstacle, help them to overcome them. All right. So the new approach is to get people to follow you, to come after you, rather than you trying to find them. When you have people finding you rather than you trying to find them, what will happen is you won't get frustrated and you won't get burnout because these are people that are already motivated. As you can see in the perfect prospect side, you're going to find people you got to already believe in network marketing. And there are plenty of people out there that believe in network marketing. They just haven't found the right solution yet. Then you got to create a business page on Facebook. And I sent you guys that in the text earlier this week. I guess it was Wednesday. And then you create a YouTube account. So if you got those three things, you got your two things, the Facebook account and the YouTube account, and you can have an Instagram and you can also have a TikTok. I don't care. If you have those accounts set up, now we're gonna go after learning how to market ourselves rather than running behind people. Okay. And so we figure out where the biggest obstacle, where we what we want to figure out what is the issue that people have. Where are they now? Determine where they want to be. So we want to say, okay, this is where you are, but this is where you want to be, and I can help you get there. Figure out what is their obstacle. What is the thing they're trying to overcome? What are they trying to accomplish in their life? Well, we're the solution to that. Okay, help them overcome the obstacle. It says share valuable, useful information that can actually help solve problems. Okay. You want to make sure that you got something that can help solve their problem. Engage with the audience and answer questions. And that's where we're going to go tonight to help you to learn how to do that tonight. Hopefully, we can help you engage with the audience and do that. This takes about 15 to 30 minutes daily to start building relationship. Only about a half hour at best that you're going to have to be dealing with to try to build these relationships. Okay. So, in order to do that, though, you're going to need some tools. All right. All right. You're going to need some tools, and we'll get to that in a moment. All right. But you got to create active income now to fund advertising. So hear that you got to create active income now to help fund your advertisement. So that means you got to brand yourself. Remember what we said the other night? LifeWave is not your business. LifeWave is not your business. You got to get that in your head. LifeWave is not your business. You have to brand yourself and have a business, okay, that is different than LifeWave being your business. LifeWave is one of your suppliers, okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. LifeWave is one of your suppliers. You have to brand yourself. You got to also start thinking about advertisement, and it can be scalable how you can get yourself advertised. So here are some of the tools that I talked to you about. I told you to take a picture of those. Here are some of the tools that you will need. Notebook LM, Chat GPT, Quillbot, Grammarly, Designer, Buffer, Hootsuite. Buffer and Hootsuite actually post on your social media for you. So both of those will post onto Facebook, onto Twitter, onto YouTube. It'll post for you. You don't have to worry about posting. Okay? All right. Everybody good with that?
Yep.
Okay? Take a screenshot, do whatever you got to do. All right. So grow your influence. Now watch this. This is very important because this is where we're going to launch into this tonight. how to create authority, influence, and trust so you never have to sell again. Marketing is different than selling. Okay, leadership is influence. Marketing is different than selling. So we've got to learn to market ourselves rather than try to sell anything. And we're not sellers anyway, we're sharers. We share our product with people, and that sharing of our product enables us to now um, sell. But we're not out first selling anything. Okay. All right. Okay. So here is a new approach. Here is a new approach. Okay. So now watch. Let me go back. Let me go back. Remember, here's the first approach. Here's the current approach or current path. All of those squares. You got to deal with all those squares. Okay. And here is the new one. You don't have to deal with all the squares. Four little circles. And what does that mean? How do we get there? First one, attract the audience. We know what our audience is. What's your niche? What you're going to be doing? Okay. What are you going to be talking about? To give you guys an example, Antoine is a basketball player, played overseas, shoots really well. He is doing videos on how to play basketball and then life lessons attached to it, and that he's doing those on YouTube and on Shorts. And so he's attracting an audience. Now, that's your influence. Remember, leadership represents influence. So now your influence, you're going to either be talking on your post or you're going to be typing. What do you mean typing? You're going to just type out your message. You don't have to talk your message all the time. You can actually type your message. And you know that happens on Facebook anyway. Okay. Now on YouTube, we can use faceless videos, and that's basically typing too. That is nothing but slides like this, and somebody's talking on the back side of it. You don't ever see their face. And now you don't even have to use your own voice. You can use robots. I mean, AI can do the voice for you and read everything you want. It's just that simple. Then what that's going to do is develop leads. Your lead liquidate. You're going to have leads. And what's happening with those leads, that's your active income. Every lead is income to you. You got to see it as leads as income. And then whatever way you want to do it, you can enroll them. When you enroll them, we're going to get to what is called passive income, and that's where we want to live anyway. That's when you want to enroll somebody into LifeWave or whatever. But you're going to also have offers at your active level. You're going to have offers. You got to have offers of people joining your courses, people joining your seminars, people buying your merchandise, whatever that might be. That you because you're branded around something else. You got another name. You have another name that you're going to do that in. So now when you have those active audience and they come to you, you got to have a way to capture those people. You got to have a way to capture them. So you got to develop forms that will help capture them. So you're going to look at a couple of videos tonight. So again, take notes. Here is a company, Wufoo, is a way that you can now develop forms on the internet so that you can capture people's information. So when they call, or I mean, when they contact you or click on your information, you can capture their information. So you got to listen to this for just a moment. Not you.
Hi, this is Coach Tanya Smith of Be Promotable at bepromotable.com.
Okay, stop. I want to go back. Okay, and I'm not ready for you yet. You see what she said? This is Coach Tanya Smith at Be Promotable at bepromotable.com. That's her brand. Everybody getting this? Kevin, you getting this? Paul, you getting this? I told you I'm
Yes, sir.
not gonna let y'all be faceless too long now. I'm letting you do it now, but yeah, you gotta do your hair before you get on here. You see Apostle Whitaker did his hair before he got on here.
Yes, sir.
You see his hair all clean and stuff. No, so that's her brand, and you got to think about what's your name, what's your brand, what's that. Now, for instance, Pastor Whitaker, what's your team name?
Catch the wave.
Okay, so his Life Wave team is called Catch the Wave. All right, so my Life Wave team is called Kibosh Group. Your Life Wave team, you want your Life Wave team to have another name. Okay, so the people that you bring in, you want them to. So Catch the Wave is a part of the Kibosh Group. So Kibosh Group is the overreaching group, but Catch the Wave is a part of Kibosh Group. Okay, everybody got that? All right. So you may want to think about that, but that's just LifeWave. But what is your business? Okay. If you see behind me over here on one of the shoulders, I don't know. Yeah, one of them shoulders, that shoulder right there, that shoulder right there. See, that's my brand right now. My brand is Faith Infusion. Okay, so I'm doing everything around Faith Infusion. Got the book. See, book Faith Infusion, Faith Infusion. All right. So we got the book. We got two books. The third one's on the way. Gonna have about 8 of them when we finish. Okay, that's the branding. Everybody good? Talk to me.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good. So all right. So let's listen to her all the way through. This not is about 5 minutes, I think. Come on, my lady.
Hi there.
You want to talk? Really? You really want to talk, don't you?
Hey, this is Coach Tanya Smith of Be Promotable at bepromotable.com. And I'm very excited to bring to you tonight the tool of the week. I love sharing great resources to help you build your expert brand so that you are able to compete in today's workforce with the most current career technologies. And whether you are an entrepreneur who has your own solo startup business, or you are a career professional seeking to advance in your current career, you need to know how to think like a marketer at work. So that's what I do when I share these tools of the week and other resources at bepromotable.com and at our Facebook page at facebook.com/workcoach. And this time I'm going to share with you a website called woofood.com. That's right, WUFOOD.com. This is an online form builder site. And to me, I actually have compared this with a number of other form sites or form builder sites that I've used. I really like the vibrancy of this site and the way that it has all of the brilliant colors. It makes it very attractive and appealing for you to use. And honestly, it seems to be a very intuitive form building site. Now, you do have your paid options that you can look into, and they have a pricing list along with a tour. You'll see all of that information on the website. However, I would encourage you to sign up for a free account and test this thing out. Let me give you a really cool feature that's on their website. I like that they have the examples here, and I'm going to cover a little bit of how I've used form builder sites that are online in the past. First, let me share with you that one of the first places you should go when you come to the site is to the frequently asked questions area, especially if you're a career professional and you're kind of wondering, what might be some of the ways that I could see myself using this? Because they have some great information right here about why you would use it, is it right for you, what's required, so on and so forth. But I want to spend a little bit more time on the examples that are here because I'll tell you, when I first started using an online form building site, one of the things that I did is used it as a contact form because I hated having my email address out on the internet. What happens is all of these crawlers, these spiders on the internet go and find your email address and then they end up using it. Um, in your name, sending out information and really dumb chain letters or whatever else they might be sending. So, do you want to have an anonymous way that you're actually sharing or getting contact from people without having your email address specifically posted on websites? So, a contact form is one of the ways that I've used an online form builder. So used it as a satisfaction survey. So, you can open an account with other tools like surveymonkey.com or zoomerang.com. But this would give you an idea for a satisfaction survey. Let's click it and see what it looks like. Oh, by the way, when you click any of these on that example page, you'll be able to see possibilities, like what do the forms look like online. So this is what the form would look like to a user, somebody who is coming to your site or to your form to complete it. And when they get done answering all the questions, they're going to click that submit button. And guess what? You get a notification through email that someone has completed your form with the data in it. So I think that's pretty awesome. Another thing that you'll get a chance to see on this site, besides the examples, is that they give you kind of a sample report, meaning they give you an idea of what you're going to see on the back end. So this is that same satisfaction survey report that someone used. And here are the results that you will see once people have completed it. So again, nice, pretty, brilliant, bold colors, very attractive and pretty much easy to read. You can kind of see, here's what a large majority of the people here are satisfied by in this survey. But anyway, lots and lots of ways that you can use an online form builder tool like this. So I encourage you to come out here, take a look and see the examples. Try the free account. When you try the free account, it's only one user that can use it. But hey, if you're a solopreneur or if you're someone who is a career professional, that's probably all you will need anyway. Anyway, that's all my time for now on this free tool of the week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back and look for additional tools that I'll be sharing. Take care and be sure to visit us online at BPromote.
All right, good. So what do you think?
Sounds good.
All right. All right. So this lady who kept wanting to talk, she is going to tell you about a service called Calendly. Your calendar. It is CALENDLY. So this is your scheduling solution. So when you go through that process of influence and you have people click on your things, if somebody want to talk to you about what you're offering, now there's a way to schedule those people, and and you don't have to be doing all of the work. It can be scheduled. Now, again, this is going to be for your brand as well as for LifeWave, but this is going to help you tremendously in your life. I promise you, to be able to schedule people. Even if you're talking to prospects for LifeWave, you'll be able to send them your Calendly, and they will now be able to say, this day is the best day for me to talk at this time, and they can put it in your calendar, and it will do it seamlessly for you, and that way you ain't got to be run behind anybody. So which is really powerful. So watch what she talks about real quick.
Hi there, welcome to Calendly. Our research shows that it takes an average of 7 emails back and forth to schedule one meeting. And then there are the no-shows, the group meetings, the time zone math. Scheduling calls and meetings wastes a lot of time. That's why we created Calendly, a scheduling tool designed to make finding a time to meet easy and fast. Here's how it works. First, you share your Calendly link with someone via email, text, LinkedIn, you name it. When they click your link, it'll look something like this. They'll choose a date and a time that works best for them. They'll enter some information, and the calendar invite will be automatically emailed to both of you. In seconds, a meeting is born. Now, we know what you might be thinking. So I'm sharing my calendar with everyone and giving up complete control of my schedule? Quite the opposite. Calendly puts you in complete control of your schedule. Here's how. First, you'll connect Calendly with the calendar you use every day with just a few clicks. Calendly will automatically reference that calendar and make sure your booking page accurately reflects your availability there. Next, you'll fine-tune your availability within Calendly itself. You can block off entire days, create automatic buffer time for yourself between meetings, set limits for how many meetings can be scheduled in a day, and more. Basically, you decide when, where, and how you want to meet. And on the client's end, they'll see all the possibilities that you've offered wrapped up in a polished, professional scheduling experience. Again, Calendly only shows the time slots that you've chosen to share, not your entire schedule. So give Calendly a try, because scheduling doesn't have to be painful and manual. Get rid of all the back and forth and simplify complex scheduling. Welcome to a more efficient way to manage all your meetings.
Come on, talk to me. What do you think?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. And that's going to help you tremendously. Go ahead, Kevin.
Familiar. Yeah, familiar with it somewhat.
Okay, good. Yeah. So it is a very good. I'm going to stop my share here for a moment because I've got to go to the internet actually to share this next part. So, all right, great. It is. So now let me see if I can get this to show. All right. So if y'all familiar with Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast has over 100 million views on all of his YouTube videos. Um, he has become a, he's a major influencer. He's super rich based on YouTube, for one. He gives away a ton of money, but he is an amazing creator and content creator. And here's a tool that's going to help you tremendously. Watch this tool right here as we share this tool right here. Can you see my screen? Hope you can.
Yeah.
You see Mr. Beast?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Check this out.
Showing you how you can get access to all my YouTube secrets, everything I use to get over 100 million views a video. And the answer is my brand new website that I just launched, viewstats.com. So if you go to viewstats.com, you'll see this right here. And you can enter in any YouTube channel you want. I'm going to put in Mr. Beast, my channel. Boom. And when you search a channel, it will pull up their channel page.
It's
Which
all we
basically allows you to see the analytics of any channel. Another thing you can see on a channel's
Make it bigger,
analytics.
Bishop.
Huh?
You
all
make
we
it
see
bigger.
is Faith Infusion.
Yeah,
Oh, really? You don't see him?
No.
I see the video, but it's real small.
Okay. No, that ain't right. That is not right. Okay, let's stop the share. Let's go back. We're gonna make it work. All right, let's see if I need to do it through Chrome.
There you go.
Okay, that helps you?
We can see him.
All right, great.
That I don't think you can find anywhere else on the internet is you can see how many views on that channel are coming from long form versus short form. Let's say a channel's popping off and getting 1 billion views a month. Well, if they're getting 1 billion views a month from shorts, that is completely different than if they're getting 1 billion views a month from long form. And so being able to distinguish the difference is huge. And everything you see there is just the beginning, because if you hit this videos tab here, you can click on any video on my channel. We'll just do this ages 1 through 100 decides video. You can see the daily viewership for specifically that video right here. And you can see every time we switch the thumbnails with this little icon of A/B thumbnail test. On top of that, you can see what it ranked out of 10. No joke, you just click here, and then it'll show you that that video is 4 out of 10. So without view stats, if you wanted to see out of 10 how well a video performed on a channel, you couldn't, unless you had access to their Creator Studio. But now you can see any video on all of YouTube what it ranks out of 10, which I thought was pretty cool. On top of that, you can also see every single A/B thumbnail test ran on that video. The next tab is called Similar Channels, and this is insane. This tab takes your content, okay, and it looks at all the titles and the content you're making, and then it compares it across our giant data set and shows you other channels that make similar content to you. That way, if you're looking for someone to collab or you just want to get some inspiration off of people who make similar content, it is incredibly easy.
Okay, so now let's deal with that for a moment. That's amazing, because what you want to do is you want to get other ideas. And so if you've got a niche, you go ahead and say, okay, so let me just use Antoine for a moment. Antoine, you can now go out there without having to search yourself, use this free tool. This is free. There is a paid version, but the free tool is doing everything he's saying right now. And what he's saying is you can find everybody that's doing basketball content. You can look at what they're doing and how they're getting and who's getting the most views from what they're doing and just copy what they're doing. That's a game changer. That's just a game changer. Kevin, you can look at the thing and say, okay, look, who's out here talking about menus and recipes, and if that's the area you want to deal with, you see, and cooking and all that kind of stuff, and say, okay, I can look at all those different channels and see who's doing what and who's the best at it, and then all I have to do is pat in mind behind what they're doing. That is not cheating. That is systematically learning. Okay. I can do the same thing with faith. I can go, who's out here talking about faith and who's getting the most views and why are they getting the most views? Apostle Whitaker, you can show them how to fish or something, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely do that.
You definitely can show them how to fish. Okay?
Sir.
So you don't have to reinvent the wheel is what he's trying to show you. Okay, talk to me. What y'all think about this?
Man, good.
That's pretty powerful. To be to go to that thing
I
and
like it.
so that's powerful.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be able to see how your stuff is doing as well. But watch
We
this.
didn't just stop there. Basically, if you go up to the top of view stats, you can hit top subscribers. And what it will show you in real time is the most subscribed to YouTube channels on the platform. And obviously you can see the most viewed YouTube channels. Those are pretty standard, but where it gets very cool, you can also see the top 50 most viewed videos from the previous day. You can also see the most viewed videos on the whole platform in the last 7 days, last 28 days, even, and this is crazy, the last year. Those are all the top charts we currently offer, and we're working tirelessly to get more up here. We also have a View Stats Chrome extension that if you go to the Chrome store and type in View Stats, all you have to do is hit Add to Chrome, just like any other extension, hit Add Extension. And once you install it, whenever you're watching YouTube, you'll have this View Stats overlay to the right of the video. And if you look on the right side of the video now, you'll see an overlay on the video that shows you the daily viewership of the video. You can hit compare it to my most recent video on my channel. You can hit ranking, and see what it ranked out of 10 when I uploaded it. You can see the overview of my channel and so much more, all without having to leave YouTube. Everything I've showed you so far is 100% free. But we didn't just stop here. We wanted to build some even crazier tools that we're putting behind ViewStats Pro, because these things literally cost millions of dollars.
And now that's the part that ViewStat Pro is where you pay. But what you just saw is all you need for right now, because that's going to give you a edge to know who's in your area of talk or what you want to do, who's doing what out there. And believe me, that this up to that point right there is a game changer. It is an absolute game changer. So what we've already showed you is how you can build your forms on your page with Wufoo. We showed you how we can then make sure that when people want to connect with you, you can now schedule them and they don't have to get in the way of your life. You can schedule them and they can pick the best schedule for them based on the times you've already given to them. And now I'm showing you how to now scale yourself on the YouTube platform from the #1 YouTuber out here. Okay. And that's Mr. Beast. All right. I got more. I got far more, but what I'm being very careful about, because I thought about it the other night. I said I don't want to cram you. I don't want to cram you because I got so much information. I don't want to cram it all down your throat because I don't want you to get overwhelmed with it. But it's a lot of stuff. So those are the three things. Those are the three things. If we go back, I'm gonna stop Beast here, okay? And what I will do is I will send you guys these links so you can have them. All right? Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. So I will send you these links so that you can have them. So let me bring back up the PowerPoint. Yeah. So this is powerful stuff, man. If we do it right. So what we just actually did, and I'm gonna share back with you. Just a moment. Just a moment. Just a moment. All right. Let's go back here. All right, y'all see the screen again?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. So back here is where we were dealing with, and when we're dealing with, so what we've done is with this understanding that blue box and that orange box with what I showed you, I mean, circles, I'm sorry, not boxes, circles, would be accomplished with those two. Okay? We will be attracting an audience. We'll be attracting an audience, and then we will be influencing them by uploading video or typing. And the typing part is just in like places like Facebook. In places like Facebook, you can type out your message and people will read that on Facebook. You can do that on Twitter, and a little bit on Instagram, but more Twitter and Facebook, where you're going to be typing your message and maybe even uploading a video or something. But that's the way you're going to do that. YouTube is going to require some imagery. You got to have imagery. You don't have to have your face, but you do have to have imagery. So, but those two circles are now going to be accomplished, so that if we can get the blue and the gold accomplished, we can then get to the green. And what you want to also think about, um, yeah, I was just talking to a guy, and Kevin, what as a branding, are you thinking food or what? You muted.
That, well, probably more so restaurant consulting
Yeah,
than a whole bunch of food.
right.
I kind of another marketing buddy of mine. We've been discussing restaurant consulting,
Yeah,
especially to like the VCU students who's coming out. Some of those that's thinking about going into that, especially because of the NIL money that they're getting.
yeah,
So we got something we're working on. But to answer your question quickly, probably more restaurant consulting
yeah.
in
And
that pocket.
and right now, restaurants are having a lot of problem with, just new reports came out about all the restaurants that's having a lot of problems, and Uber Eats have really cut into y'all market share.
Yeah.
Uber Eats and all of those
All,
kinds of things.
yeah, all of them. I only deal with Uber Eats now. I cut the other two out, and I only deal with Uber Eats because they pay pretty much next day. The rest of them hold your funds for a whole week,
Yeah, yeah,
which is no good.
yeah. And they've hurt you guys. In the larger chains, they hurt them. All that came because of COVID. It really hurt them because now in the larger chains, you could really just have some cooks in the larger chains, and then and sell your food without having anybody working in there or anything, because you don't have foot traffic. It can cut down the foot traffic, and so the smaller restaurants can use them really well, but still they still have cut in, and then the food prices and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that consulting thing is huge. Well, again, you can still go out there on the internet and find out who's talking about that. As far as YouTube, who's out there already dealing with that, and what are they saying? Rather than going in blind, you go in and do your research. Okay, is that making sense?
Yes, sir.
Apostle Whitaker, what are you thinking about in that area?
Mhm. I don't know yet. I got to get together, me and my wife, and we gonna do more like on a health thing
Yeah,
because she's a retired nurse.
there you go.
Yeah.
No. I showed them the other night. Well, I'll show it to you guys because you weren't on. So let me show you this. I just did this. Sharon is a nurse. You see her picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's in my church. Matter of fact, she's at the hospital now with one of my members, because she was in that little car accident. So, wasn't a little car accident at all, but she walked away from it with nothing. Thank you, Jesus. So, but watch this. I did this interview with her. Watch this.
Well, hello, Sharon. How are you?
Great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Listen, you are in the nursing profession, so could you give us a little bit of your background, your credentials?
Absolutely. So I'm a stroke nurse navigator at a major hospital here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I've been working with stroke patients for about 20 years now.
Wow. And so what we want to do is try to help people to understand strokes and how to not have strokes and what happens when they do. But could you tell us a little bit about how somebody could tell if they're about to have a stroke?
Gladly. So strokes are an emergency, a medical emergency, and it comes on suddenly with no warning. So if you see any of these signs, this is letting you know this could be a stroke happening. And it only takes one of these signs to trigger a call for 911. We have an acronym to help you remember those warning signs of a stroke, and it's called B FAST. Each letter represents a potential warning sign of a stroke. And again, remember, they come on suddenly without a warning, and it only takes one of these signs to trigger that call for 911. So the letter B stands for balance. So if all of a sudden, out of the blue, for no reason at all, you're suddenly losing your balance or you might become dizzy. The letter E is for eyesight changes. Suddenly things don't look like they should, like they normally would. The letter F is for the face. That's pretty common when you see that unevenness in the face. When you smile, it looks uneven. It's as if one side of your face is not working. The letter S is for your speech. You have trouble getting your words out or trouble understanding what's being said to you. And T is that most critical one. The T is for time. It means time to dial 911 because brain cells could be dying. We recommend dialing 911 so that medical help can come to you, get you to a hospital quickly. They're able to work on you while they're en route to the hospital, and they're able to alert the hospital that they're en route with a possible stroke patient, so everyone is ready when you arrive.
And we're going to dive deeper into each one of those so that you can understand how to be fast. Thank you, Sharon.
Thanks for allowing me to share with you today.
Okay, you see, bro,
Yes, sir.
something just that simple and is not long. Now, when we did this, there are captions so that when we upload it, there are captions that we put on it so that we can put it on YouTube and on Facebook. So people reading along as she's talking, as I'm talking, they know what we're saying. So the captions are there. All that was done. So, but what that does is again, she's going to use this because they're in LifeWave, and so she's going to use this. And after she gives out enough information, she's going to tell them, I know I have a way that you can, if you've had a stroke, if you are potential person to have a stroke, I have something that may be able to help you tremendously to not have them or to recover faster from stroke. She can then interview some of the people that's in LifeWave that have already experienced the help of X39 and all of that from having a stroke. All of that is available. So it's going to be, it's just going to be phenomenal. And so all she's going to do is tag it, and then that's her audience. See, that's her audience. So if we go back here, that's her audience. So she knows who her audience is. And by knowing who her audience is, she's got her audience. Now she's talking, influencing her audience. Okay. And once she talks, influence her audience, and again, she can just type some stuff on her Facebook page, but it has to be a business page. It's not your regular Facebook page. Put stuff on your regular Facebook page, it's like putting it in a black hole. Those people will not listen to you. Okay? They're just friends and they want to show you what they're eating and all that kind of stuff. But they are not the people that you're after. You got to put it on a business page. Then listen, gentlemen, and it's because I only have gentlemen on here tonight, but the ladies couldn't make it. Okay, so listen, you have to purchase ads. Okay, you've got to purchase ads. You can purchase ads for as little as $20. And what you do is you run your video as an ad, and that the algorithm and will push it out, and it'll push it out to more people because it's run by ads, and now people will click in much better because it's done through an ad. You can reach far greater people. So like for $20, I think on YouTube they promise you anywhere from I think they promise you anywhere from 500 to 1,500, somewhere in there views. That's what they promise you that you're going to get, anywhere from 500 to 1,500 views. And so then you can see how is that working for you. Okay. Now you can try it organically first if you want to. And next time we come on, we'll talk about how to make your YouTubes move organically fast if you can't pay the money, but I would recommend the ads. Okay, everybody good with this? Hello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So your job now is to look at Wufu, look at Counterly, and I will, as I said, I'll send you back the Mr. Beast um ad video and stuff, and look at his site and get ready to um um put, put your stuff together. Okay, so by next week you should have put together something. You are not out there, not, you don't have to post it, send it out yet, because you're just working it out. Just waiting on chest x-ray result. Okay, over here. Da, da, da. No loss of consciousness. No, okay, great. Excellent. So yeah, she's fine. Praise God for that. So all right, are y'all good?
Yeah, Bishop, I got a question for you.
Got an answer.
Who made your logo in the background?
Oh yeah, I paid for that through a company that I found online. I don't know who, I can't remember. I can look it up. It's called Wall Drop. WALLDROP. WALLDROP. Wall Drop. And
Okay.
they make several of them, okay? They'll make you a couple of them, all right? So you can get it again. So I'm about to, what I'm telling you you're doing to do, I'm going to do it around Faith Infusion, because I've got the training on Wednesday. I have the podcast and all of that kind of stuff. So we're building the website around it, and I'm going to do short things just on faith. Let me give you, watch. Okay. So let me give you some of my list. So this is the other thing you can sit down and do and try to figure out what topics you want to deal with. Okay. All right. And so I had to do that. And so let me help you. Let me see if I can find my list, man. And when you're trying to find something that you wrote down, y'all been there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you do more than one topic?
you can. You can have more than one channel.
Okay.
You
'Cause
see?
I'm a fisherman and jet mechanic and all that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, use all that stuff, man. You want to use everything you got. Okay. All right.
So
So
we're using outside independent web links like we do a site through GoDaddy. We're
yes,
using and then linking it to. Okay.
yes. Because you're gonna put that stuff down in your description, okay? And
On the profile.
yeah, so they can click on, and you're gonna reference them. But the next time we talk, that I will show you a guy who helped me understand that, and you're gonna get a lot of that. So watch. So developing faith, destroying fear is my shorts. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I hear.
Developing faith, destroying fear, which is a part of faith infusion. So the issues to give answers to, these are the issues that I'm gonna give answers to. The increased crime, because I'm trying to develop faith and destroy fear. Growing old, people have a lot of fear about growing old. Health issues, financial problems, financial freedom. Is spiritual growth possible? How to eliminate debt? Does God want or need your money? Good, bad, ugly, side of vaccines, all that kind of stuff. Putting dead presidents to work, mental health issues, the intrusion of AI, praying for the lost, understanding network marketing. See that? Understanding network marketing. I'm putting that in there because then I can really bring people to a network marketing. You see what I'm talking about? And
Uh-huh.
none of that has to be long. Those are 14 things right there that I sit down and thought about. Okay, these are subjects I can tackle. Okay? So that's the other thing you got to do. What are you going to talk about? Know what you're going to talk about. So, all right. I'm finished. Antoine, you've been working all day. You over there falling asleep on the brother, man. I see
No. I'm right here. I'm right here.
you.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
But I'm finished anyway. Because It's an hour. We're an hour in. So come on. Was it beneficial, you think?
This is great information. I mean, a lot of stuff, of course, we didn't know this stuff was out there. And a lot of these tools are going to once we get better familiar with them, it's going to make what we're trying to do a lot easier.
Yep.
Got to put the work in.
Got to put the work in up front, and then it goes on autopilot.
Yes.
You see, but you got to put the work in up front. Yes. So, thank you guys for being here. See you next Tuesday night.
Hey, copy this, Bishop.
Yes, I will. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Bless
All
you
right.
guys.